right. So this one, this is the folding tools, this is measuring tape, all the things you might have seen in your regular life. In the measuring of land and other things, you will see this one. Even in the carpentry also we use this kind of tapes. So this is another measuring tool, TriSquare. So with the help of this one, whether the object is exactly two surface are 90 degrees or not, we can see here. So corner is exactly sharp or not, we can check with this one. And using this one, see, generally for suppose if you want to mark over the wood, for suppose if you have a wood, say that width, the length of that one, let us assume 1 meter length, okay, 50 mm width, 20 mm thickness, 50 mm width, 50 mm width, 20 mm thickness, length of that one is 1 meter. So on the 50 mm face, so on 50 mm face, if you want to draw a line, a perfect line, it should not be inclined line. So with scale we cannot draw, it may be inclined. So if you use this kind of tool, see this one where you have one edge. So when the tool is placed over that one, over the top side, that is 50 mm thick weight, some part of this marking gauge will guide, and with the help of the scale we can draw exactly perpendicular, that is straight lines can be drawn instead of vertical. See, TriSquare is used for measuring and setting out dimensions, and is also used for the testing the finishing of plane surfaces, to draw the parallel lines at right angle, that is I told you 90 degrees on the plane surfaces, to draw mutually perpendicular lines, that one also I told you. So straight lines on that one. So that if you say, I told you, using that one perfectly exact straight lines done means that line which we done is 90 degrees its length. So that is why this is used to rather to 90 degrees lines. This is mutually perpendicular lines over a plane surface, and to test the squareness to two adjacent surfaces. Squareness means 90 degrees. So whether it is, say, if one board is placed here, that's if the two surfaces of wood are touching with this one, we can say the two surfaces. Okay, if you have wood like that, this surface, so exactly perpendicular, we can test with this one. So this is one kind of measuring and testing gauge, that is TriSquare. So other one, if you say MetaSquare, say this one, these are used to measure the 45 degrees, not only 45 degrees, more than 45 degrees also. If you see the bevel square, you can measure from 0 to 180 degrees. This is used for the 45 degrees. Accordingly, these two are set. Okay, if you see this one where it is pivoted, you can measure the 180 degrees also. So that is these are the tools we are using. Next one is marking knife. So you see this one, this is edge, see this point edge. Okay, this is point edge, this one is edge. So wedge edge. So it has, see this on the marking knife or scriber, it has sharp conical edge used to mark on even hard surfaces. The front edge is hardened so as to resist wear and tear. It is made up of carbon steel. It is used for measuring, not okay, measuring and marking dies, marking the points and lines on wood stock before processing. I told you, for suppose you have a one, this is, let us assume a wood, this is wood, I want to make a slot here. See this one here, I want to make a slot. So to make a slot here, we have to cut this one. So without marking it is not possible. See this one, this is as block. If I use the pen or pencil to draw this slot here, it is not visible. So using this kind of tool, so we can engrave the lines here, and after that easily we can cut. For that purpose we are using this kind of marking knife or scriber. Okay, other gauges, if you see here, see how we can mark with this one. So exactly straight line, these lines are parallel to these edges. So with the help of marking a same, this one application here we've shown. So these marking is used to draw parallel lines. The mobile portion of the gauge is adjustable to suitable position and is tightened to the stem. The piece which slides is called as stock, and scribing pin is fixed on the stem. See this one, this is the stem. This horizontal one is stem. So it is having a pointer. See this one, this is called as one pin you have. So this pin is sharp at bottom. This face of this one, if you move with reference to this one, you rest this one on the side surface. If you move, you will draw a parallel lines to this surface. So this one, this projecting length can be adjusted where you have the screw. By if you lose this one, this can be moved to required position. After that, this is locked. And if it is first, this surface is rest on the side surface of the wood. If you move over this one, this to provide a slot, engraves a slot on the top surface of wood parallel to this one. This is one kind of marking gauge. So this one is mortise gauges. It is used to draw two parallel lines simultaneously. See this one, you have two pins. We have similar to previous one. So here you have only one pin. So here we have the two pins. It is used to draw two parallel lines. It's working similar to the previous marking gauge, except it has two sharp edges. One is fixed. This one is, see this one, one is fixed one. This is adjustable. See here we have one screw. If you lose this one, see this, if you lose this one, this can be moved to required position. After that we will lock this one. And see this stem, projecting length of stem can be adjusted with the help of this screw. First we have to lose this one. This stem is to be moved to required position. After that, this is locked. This is about that mortise gauge. So here it is used to make to mark two parallel lines simultaneously. Next, another one, let us see in this one, holding and supporting tools. Just before I told you what are the holding tools. Okay, carpenter's bench and bench hook, carpenter's vise, bar clamp and C clamp, hand screws. So using those things, the wood which you want to work can be fixed at rigidly on the working table. What the details we are going to see now. See this, these are the carpenter's bench or bench hook. It is a table. The top surface of table is rigid construction made of hardwood. About see this one, 180 centimeters length, 120. See this one, 120 meters. This is 180. Width of this one is 120. 90 is not thickness of this one. Height of this one. Height of this bench is 90 centimeters. 4 carpenter vice are fixed on opposite sides of the bench to hold the job during the operation. See this one. Here we have one holding device. Here we have one holding device. Similar opposite we have. So total 4. We can use 4 holding device. We can use or 1 or 2. That is according to our requirement. Okay, like that we have the supporting tools. Next one is, this is another kind of thing. If you come to the college in the carpentry section, you will see this one. See this is fixed on the top of the table surface. See this one is mobile jaw. See this is carpenter's bench vise, used as work to use it as a work holding device in the carpenter shop. It is one jaw. This is fixed the side of the table, while the other is mobile by means of the screw and a handle. The jaws are lined with hard wooden faces. See this, here we have the holes. We see this one, on this face you have hole, here also you have slot, here one slot, the other side also you have slots. So total 2 holes and 2 slots. So using this one with the bolt and nut, this is fixed on the table, hard table where we have see this on this table, this kind of table, this is fixed. See, this is one jaw, fixed jaw is having flat face, and there is another jaw, this is called as mobile jaw, this is connected to this screw. If you rotate the screw with the help of this lever or handle, this can be moved in this direction. So the workpiece which you want to work, the wooden piece which you want to cut is placed between these two. By rotating this handle, rigidly we can fix the wooden piece between the jaws. Next, this is another type of one. C clamp is used for holding of, this is used for small work. This is mobile. See, if I say this is fixed one, say this is bar clamp and C clamp. See this one, these are the C clamp, this is bar clamp. So this is bar clamp, see this is C clamp. This appears in the shape of C. This is bar C. So a bar clamp is shown in the following figure, is made up of steel bar. See this one of T section with a malleable iron fitting and a steel screw. See this one, this is steel screw. So between these two, this is fixed jaw, here you place the work, and by rotating this one, that can be held. So this one also similar to that one, bar clamp. See, this one is the C clamp you use, and here it is shown holding the wooden between the jaws. Next, cutting tools, if you say, where there are two types, one is saws to cut that one, to make the slots, chisels are used. See, saws are, sawing means cutting the woods along the grains. Grains means along its length, you have the grains. So if you see the wood, you will see the fibers along its length. So that is saying cutting, means of cutting wood along the grains. The main part of saw are blade and handle. Okay, that we also see the figures. Size of the saw is the length of the blade in mm. The tooth is specified by its pitch and the angle, that one also will see. The teeth are bent slightly by its pitch and angle. We see that one. Types of saws, if you see, rip saw, cross cut saw, panel saw, tenon saw, dovetail saw, compass saw, keyhole saw. See this one, these are the rip saw, cross cut saw, tenon saw. So here, if you see this one, these details, the main part of saw is blade and handle. See, this is blade, this one is handle. It is having teeth, like that you have teeth. Depth of teeth, see this one, the tooth is specified pitch and the angle. What do you mean by the pitch? See this one, distance between the two edges of these teeth is called as pitch. So angle, see this one, angle, with what angle that teeth are made. So this one is tenon saw. So dovetail saw, this is compass saw, this is keyhole to make holes in that workpiece, wooden piece. This is keyhole saw. Next, chisels, so which are used to make slots, or square holes, rectangle holes to make in that wood. We are using the chisels. So in the woodwork, a large number of chisels are used for cutting the wood in different manners to produce desired shapes and vertices. So they are firmer chisel, beveled edge chisel, parting chisel, mortise chisel, socket chisel, gug chisel. Those we are seeing in figure. See, this is firmer chisel. This is bevel edge. See this one, the edge is beveled. Bevel edge firmer chisel. These are the parting chisels. So to separate that one. Next one, this is mortise chisel. Thickness of this one is more. Next one is socket chisels. These are the gog chisels.